I have an addiction, and that is to running shoes. And with my rotation being made up of over 9 shoes, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my shoe rotation of the summer 2025, and possibly in today's video, I'm going to be retiring a shoe or two. So if you guys do enjoy the content you see on the screen, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Thank you to the subscriber who suggested this video, and with that being said, let's get into the video. So for this video, I'm going to move in a chronological order, showing the shoes from the easier shoes, from the daily mileage shoes, all the way up to the harder effort shoes to the race day shoes. And starting things off, we're here with the Nike Pegasus 41. So for me, the Nike Pegasus 41 has put an absolute shift in. I have done the easy runs and the daily mile training runs in this shoe, and in total I've done 1,500 kilometers worth of mileage in this shoe, so therefore I've definitely got the value for money in the Pegasus 41. Because I've done so much mileage in the Nike Pegasus 41, I've already decided that I will retire this shoe this summer. I haven't worn the Pegasus 41 for quite a few weeks now, so yeah, I've already made the decision to retire this shoe. But the Pegasus 41, I would recommend this shoe to you because it has put an absolute shift in those daily miles. I effectively already have the replacement to the Pegasus 41 because right here is another shoe from Nike which is used for the daily miles, and this is the Vomero 18. So far I've done just short of 500 kilometers worth of mileage in the Vomero 18, but so far this shoe, it has done pretty well for me. Like the Pegasus 41, you use it for the daily miles, and this has got the ZoomX foam in it, and this is a very cushioned shoe, and I would recommend you to have this shoe for the daily miles, and at the moment I will definitely be keeping this shoe for the future. Now this is a pretty interesting shoe right here, which has quite a big story behind it. So this right here is the first model of the Adizero from Adidas, and this shoe my brother actually got from Vinted for around £3, and then he gifted the shoe to me. So for £3, I'm actually pretty happy with the usage I've got out of this shoe, because the Adizeros, I've used this for virtually everything. In total, I've done 600 kilometers worth of mileage in this shoe. I've used them for park runs, I've used it on the track, I've used it for easy runs, daily miles. I've used it for virtually everything. And in total, to get this amount of mileage from a shoe that was from Vinted, I'm very happy with the shoe. It does feel like it is coming near the end of its life, but I feel like I could probably squeeze maybe 100 more kilometers in the shoe. It doesn't feel like it's falling apart, it just feels like the foam is starting to wear away. But this has been a great value for money shoe, and for now I will keep the Adizeros. Now moving back to Nike, we're here with another Pegasus model which I've had since November, and this is the Pegasus Plus. Now this shoe is probably one of the older shoes in my rotation at the moment, and the Pegasus Plus, well, it's got quite a good bit of speed in it, and the main use which I've had the Pegasus Plus for is for the track workouts. Now, I have quite enjoyed using the Pegasus Plus, and on the track, this has been the main shoe which I've been using over the last few months. It's got a good bit of foam in it with the ZoomX foam, and it is quite lightweight, and at the same time, it has the foam helping you propel forward. So yeah, this shoe, it has been very good for the track. But having saying this, I've done quite a lot of high amount of mileage in this shoe now, and as you can see in the midsole on the bottom of the shoe, we've got a foam which is starting to wear away now. And when having this shoe on in the past few weeks, I've definitely felt the kilometers has got into this shoe, and my feet, they have felt on fire. So having saying this, I feel like it is time to retire the Pegasus Plus and move on to a new shoe. And this new shoe comes from Vinted. It's also an Adidas shoe, and it's also an older model just like the Adizero. And this right here is the Boston 9, which I picked up for just 17 quid. If you haven't seen already, I made a video wearing this shoe for the first time only a week ago today. So this shoe, it is very new, and it is the newest addition to my shoe rotation. So having saying this, we will obviously be keeping the Boston 9s. But after using the shoe for about a week now, I've decided this will be the replacement to my Pegasus Plus, which I'll be using mainly on the track. It's got a nice bit of foam with the Light Strike foam, and you can definitely feel the foam. It is still definitely in prime condition at the moment, and it helps propel me forward. So yes, this shoe I will be using on the track, maybe for some tempo runs as well, and basically harder effort sessions. Now showing you this next shoe, it is the Nike Rival Cross Country 6s, and now you can understand why shoe rotations for runners, the numbers may increase, and you don't just need one shoe, you need more than one, because this right here, it is a cross-country shoe. It's the only cross-country shoe I've ever owned. I've had this for 2 seasons. I'll be going into my 3rd season this year, and yeah, you can see spikes in this shoe, and this shoe, it has held up pretty well. I've done quite a few hundreds of kilometers of mileage in the shoe, and basically for a cross-country shoe, this is all I need really. But yeah, I'd recommend a runner to have at least one spiked shoe in their rotation, because this, I know it's a cross-country shoe, but I've also used it for track races before as well. Now, moving into the juicy end of my shoe rotation, and this right here is the first race day shoe which I own, and this right here is the Nike Vaporfly 2. Now, the Vaporfly 2 I have owned for over 2 years now, and I've done over 100 kilometers worth of racing mileage in this shoe, and this shoe, it still feels pretty good today. You know, it's got a structured upper and also the Zoom X foam in this shoe with the carbon plate, and it still virtually feels brand new. But this is where I enter a very interesting situation. So now, as well as having the Vaporfly 2, which I've had over for 2 years now, I've got into the opportunity where a few months ago, I could upgrade the Vaporfly to the newer model of the Vaporfly 3. And having this opportunity, I traded another shoe with my brother, Connor, and basically, when the opportunity came, I said, well, why not? Why wouldn't I upgrade to the Vaporfly 3? So yeah, now I'm in the interesting position where now I have 2 Vaporfly models. This shoe, it is quite brand new. I've done under 100 kilometers worth of mileage in the shoe. This shoe, I've done just over 100 kilometers worth of mileage in the shoe. But both shoes, they still feel like they've got plenty of life in them. So yeah, I found myself in quite an interesting situation. But because the Vaporfly 3, it is the newer model, this is the shoe which I have been using for the races recently. But never fear, I still have been getting usage out of the Vaporfly 2. It may not be a race day shoe now, but because I still have this shoe with plenty of life in it, this shoe, it may have been degraded slightly, if you can say that, to more of park runs and maybe tracks occasionally. I haven't actually used it for a track session yet, but at the moment I feel like this shoe, it will be used for hard efforts in park runs. But the main race day shoe at the moment is the Vaporfly 3. But you can quickly see how runners can end up getting the shoe rotation into the double digits. We're not done yet, because right here we are here with the final shoe in my rotation, and this is something which I got for my birthday only a week ago. So yeah, another very new addition to the shoe rotation. I've got a video on here wearing this shoe for the first time. This right here is the Nike Alphafly 3. Now Matthew, you will be thinking right now, why the hell do I have 3 race day shoes? Well, this shoe right here, the Alphafly 3, has been brought in for a very specific purpose, and this shoe is not just for any race, but it'll be worn in my first ever half marathon in September at the Ipswich Half Marathon. So yeah, for the first time ever, I've brought in a shoe into my rotation which has been brought in for a specific race for the Ipswich Half Marathon, because I can assure you now, from breaking this shoe in on the 17-kilometer run I did on my birthday, this shoe, it is incredible. The 2 air zoom pockets in the shoe and the carbon plate, it is honestly a very good shoe, and I would recommend you to have the Alphafly 3 if you can get your hands onto a pair. And because this was a birthday gift, I didn't have to spend much money on the Alphafly 3s. So yeah, after the end of this video, I've retired 2 of my shoes, and my rotation is now down to only 7 running shoes. So I think the moral of this video is that the shoe rotation for runners can quickly increase in number. And the moral from this video I want you to take away is that every single runner should have a shoe for at least one of these purposes. An easy run shoe for the daily miles, a harder effort shoe for the track and tempo runs, a race day shoe, and also a cross-country shoe. So I think in your running shoe rotation, there should be a minimum of 4 shoes. I myself, I'm currently at 7 shoes, so yeah, it doesn't hurt to have a few more than just 4, but I am pretty much addicted to running shoes, as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something different to what I'd normally do, showing you my running shoe rotation. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.